Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody watching. My name is Ethan Lau, and you're watching EZL Films. It's pretty windy out here today, and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to test out my DJI Mini 4 Pro and its resistance to the wind. But it is incredibly windy, at least more than it normally is. There's a pretty good dead cat on my microphone, but the wind is definitely picking up. My hair is being ruffled, and that right there is the DJI Mini 4 Pro, and I thought it would be a great opportunity today to go ahead and test it out and its resistance to the wind. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing up in the air and see what it can do. You guys can consider this the EZL Films official DJI Mini 4 Pro drone wind resistance test. Let's get right into it. As you guys can see, it is pretty windy today. And there's my DJI Mini 4 Pro. Let's get this thing up into the air. So here's the remote control, and we're gonna go ahead and begin the testing. I'll let you guys see the takeoff. And as you can see, it is pretty windy today. The drone is wobbling around up there, and so you can kind of hear the buzz of the propellers. They're working a little extra hard today to keep this thing steady. As you can see, it is having a little bit of a difficult time up there, bouncing around a little bit. And so this is just what it looks like in a static shot, I guess. As you can see, as these wind gusts come in, you can see the trees in the background moving. Those don't normally move that much. And as you can see, the drone is definitely having a hard time. The drone is quite shaky, but let's go ahead and see what the footage looks like. Okay, so right now we are recording just a test of the footage without moving the drone. This is just with the gimbal, no movement at all. As you guys can see, let's go ahead and wave it up. You can see the camera right here, and you can see the drone right there. There's some pretty big wind gusts right now, as you can see with the trees in the back, and as you can see with the drone right there too. And it is fighting very hard to keep this thing stable. But from what I can see on the shot right now, everything does look to be fine. And everything looks pretty stable to me. Let's go ahead and turn this a little bit. And yeah, the wind is definitely picking up now. But now I guess it's time for the real test, the movement test. So first, we're just gonna go ahead and fly this thing straight this way, and let's cut over to that footage now to see how smooth we get on this extremely windy day. And as we fly over this way, try to make sure to look at the sides of the frame, as the middle tends to stay the most stable. And I mean, if we look at this footage, I can see it right now, the footage doesn't look half bad. I mean, we have the camera locked up on those trees, kind of as our makeshift windsock, and the footage doesn't look that shaky, I'll be honest. It is kind of just regular old drone footage, and right now the wind has died down, of course, but flying a little higher up now. You'll now see a hawk enter from the bottom right hand corner of the screen, and the reason I was so freaked out is because hawks have a track record of attacking drones, and so I was pretty worried that the drone was going to get hit. Let's go ahead and bring this thing home. That hawk does not like the drone right now. So let's bring it back over this way, and let's try to get this thing in frame. I'll bring it down a little bit. The reason I was so worried about the hawk was because birds in general, but especially territorial ones such as hawks, have a very strong track record of attacking drones that fly into their territory, and so I did not want to get my drone destroyed by a bird. So I booked it out of there very fast. But you're about to see that hawk might not have been the scariest thing that happened to the drone, because these winds are about to get crazy. Let's go ahead and fly this thing a little bit more. As you guys can see, the wind is picking up again, and the drone is having, it's a big gust. Drone is having a little bit of a harder time staying in line, but it is not doing a bad job, I will say. It is not doing a terrible job. We can do a little turn. We can go up a little bit. Okay, so right now we are flying in just generally a straight line. and it is pretty windy, as you guys can see on the drone footage. Palm trees like wiggling around, and ooh, there's some bumps in the footage, but it does not look that bad, I will be honest. But let's bring the drone back in, and we're getting some more gusts here. And as you guys can maybe hear it, you guys can see. Ooh, it's windy. Oh my goodness. It is incredibly windy right now. Let's just take a look at this. Oh my goodness, it is super windy, and the drone is facing diagonal just to counteract with the wind, kind of similar to how airplanes do. Let's bring this thing down closer to the ground so you guys can see what I mean. Like, these winds are no joke. You guys can... Even with the dead cat on, I mean, you guys can definitely still hear those winds, and I'm starting to not get comfortable with the idea of flying this thing anymore. Let's wait till these winds die down, and let's go ahead and bring this thing in for landing. I mean, that was incredibly close. Let's turn off obstacle avoidance. Bring this thing down. I mean, that was not a bad test. That was insane amounts of winds, and I mean, the little drone did a pretty good job. I will say, you can see the shadows of the leaves, like just how much wind there was today, and through a lot of challenges, this little drone did pretty good, and I'm excited to get the footage out of here and put this thing up and edit this for you guys, just to show you how insane that was. But yeah, let's get inside and back into the studio, and I'll show you some of the results. So after looking at and reviewing the footage, I came to the conclusion that it was all incredibly stable. You guys can make your own choice and comment down below what you think, but it all looked incredibly stable. The gimbal did an amazing job at stabilizing the footage, and the drone overall just did a great job at keeping itself stable, and those propellers did an amazing job. I will say that the battery life was shortened by about a quarter due to the incredibly strong winds that we had. But other than that, everything else performed incredibly well, and we were still able to use the drone perfectly. As I'm sure you guys can both see and hear behind me, it is so windy, even still in the afternoon. But hey, thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, it would mean the world if you liked it. And if you want to see more camera or tech-related accessories, don't forget to subscribe. I'm still new here and trying to grow this channel, so if you have any video ideas for me, just comment them down below and I'll try to respond to each and every single one of you. But hey, thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, I'm Ethan Lau, and you just watched EZL Films. Thanks, and see you next time. Bye-bye.